Hey, everybody, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin calling out to all my friends across Maryland and across the country for my favorite time of the week. It's Local Hero, and we get to celebrate the people in our community who make life truly special and wonderful here. And it's Friday, November the 1st. It's National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And we have some local heroes who have been very committed to the employment of people with disabilities in their businesses and in their work. And so we're going to get to recognize them today. I just want to start with a mini apology because I'm not broadcasting from the Rayburn House office building where I usually am, but rather I'm out on the road because it's early voting. And so I've been visiting the different polling places. And everybody, please remember to get out and vote. And Tuesday, of course, is the election, and we want to make sure we get 100% participation. So, look, our local heroes are first Dawn Hipsley, who's been a proud resident of Walkersville in Frederick County for 18 years. Walkersville used to be part of my district before the redistricting took place in 2020. She lives there with her husband and two sons, and she's been deeply committed to the community. And she founded in 2017 TriPoint Administrative Services, bringing her background in the insurance industry to the world of administrative support. And as an administrative coordinator, she partners with networking organizations and chambers of commerce to deliver essential support to make businesses thrive. And I'm going to let her tell you about everything she's been able to do in terms of using everybody in our community to their fullest potential. Rick Allison is a restaurateur and a famed restaurateur through the Mid-Atlantic region, and he's been headquartered in DC, in Virginia, and also in Potomac, Maryland. And he's had an impact throughout our region with his restaurants. And I want to start just by saluting you both on being our local heroes for your commitment to including people with disabilities. And Dawn, I thought I would start with you, and you could describe a bit more of your work and how you've been able to make sure that we're not overlooking anybody in the process of employment.
Wonderful. So, yes, what we do is we offer an extra set of hands to help business owners and executives get out from behind their computer so they can go and work on their business instead of being stuck behind the computer working in their business. And with that comes, a set of challenges, and everybody has to deal with the minutia. Having said that, we all have our strengths where we excel. And what I like to do is I like to place people where they want to be and in doing tasks that they like to do. So what's been extremely helpful is I have one gentleman who works with me who likes to do office type work, and he does a lot of social media scheduling for me. With him came the challenge of he's deaf. So we've had to really kind of think outside the box because my sign language isn't as good as it once was. So we have come up with a system where we shoot videos and we put closed captions on those videos. And, I can, as long as I can create the video, then he can do any of the tasks that are assigned to him. And it's just been a wonderful opportunity. Like I said, all of my employees, I ask them to take a strengths assessment. So I know what they enjoy doing and what type of work they, excel at performing. So being able to do that and put the people where it's going to suit them the best. Honestly, disabilities or not, we all want to work where we're comfortable and do the tasks that we're happy doing. And I'm happy to be able to do that for my employees.
Yeah, well, that's a beautiful way of thinking about it. You're not treating people with disabilities as a separate population, but rather just as generally part of the whole community of people where we all have different strengths and different weaknesses. And you try to figure out what are the best strengths you can play to in terms of placing people in the right position.
Exactly.
Well, wait, Rick, does that resonate with you in terms of your employment philosophy?
Yes,
And you
definitely.
tell and you um
Yes, 100%. We're in the restaurant business, so it's a little bit different. And it all started back when my daughters were in the President's Club in up here in Loudoun County, and they really wanted to give back. So they really spent a lot of time in this organization called the President's Club, where they worked with kids with disability and really trying to help them be a part of a community, show them different things, give them the courage to kind of step out and try different things. And it's just been a huge passion of mine since then. And this is probably going on now 20 years. So what we can do, we started with the SEEC in Potomac, Maryland, and really started focusing on what we can do in Montgomery County. And then it branched out to Noma, Leesburg, Middleburg, and we're still working with City Ridge too, because that's fairly a new location for us. But it's been
yeah.
been an awesome experience.
So, in what kinds of changes have been affected in your restaurants and your businesses by opening up your mind in this way?
Well, I tell you what, I tell you from not only from the people that come in and work for us, their whole mindset has changed. They're super open. I'll give you a quick story. One of my friends' son was severely autistic, talking about 8 years ago. Came to me one day and said, "Hey, I want to be a fry guy on your food truck." And I said, "Okay, come on out." And we went to an event, and one of the it was at the Paxton House here in Leesburg, and it was an event for kids with disabilities. And one of the kids came up and said, "Josh, you're on the truck cooking? That means I can cook too." And at that point, that kind of set me in motion to say, fast forward now, he went to Johnson and Wales, graduated. He's a pastry chef at Wegmans. I mean, he lives on his own. He got his driver's license. So the confidence that I see in people when they come work for me, from where they were to where they are now, has been amazing. We have one of our guys who in Potomac, who is a special, went to the Special Olympics, won gold in skiing, downhill skiing. I mean, it's just such an inspiration to me. So
That's amazing. And
yeah.
Dawn, what kind of effect has it had on your workforce and how people feel about their sense of community and belonging?
So for me, I would like to also ditto, what Mr. Allison said about watching the confidence grow in our employees, and it really does help. Like he said, letting other people in the community know that if this person can do it, maybe they can too. And you see people who may not otherwise put themselves out there. Maybe ask, hey, do you have any? I've had people ask me, do you have a position for me? Here's what I like to do. And not only that, do I feel like it helps the community at large? It helps me tremendously because it helps me to think a little bit outside the box. It helps me to broaden my horizons of what my possibilities are, not only for my business and my employees, but for the community as a whole.
Well, look, but both of you are a great advertisement for employers to open up their minds and open up their
Yeah.
hearts about who can be in the workforce and how you can have just a complete win-win situation.
Yeah.
And so, well, Rick, is there anything that you would say to employers who've not gone down this road yet, but who might be thinking about it or might be open to it?
Yeah, definitely. I think, it's an investment in our community. At the end of the day, as business owners, I feel we have an obligation to our community to do whatever we can to make our community better. And you know what? We don't always have jobs available, but I hire anyhow, and I make it happen. You know what I mean? I'm making an investment in that person, making an investment in that family that maybe they didn't feel they had an opportunity. And to me, that is way more rewarding. And I will challenge every business owner, it doesn't matter what field you're in, to open your mind and invest in something, right? Doesn't always have to be about money, right? It should always be about the person. And that's really going to get you to the next level and get them to the next level. And that's really what I think at the end of the day, we're trying to make this world a better world, right? And that's, to me, that's the best way to do it.
Well, that's awesome. This is Rick Allison, the famed restaurateur in our region, and Dawn Hipsley, who have been in the forefront, in the vanguard of businesses acting to include people with disabilities. It's National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So please, everybody, incorporate this in your plans and in your thinking. And you guys are our local heroes for what you're doing. Thanks so much.